All right, viewers, we have some breaking updates coming in of Army Chief General Naravane, who is discussing the security situation with the top army commanders here in the national capital. All commanders are in the national capital for the second phase of the commanders conference. Let's go across to my colleague Tejinder, who's also joining us live with more on this. Tejinder, over to you. There is an army conference that is currently underway in Delhi, where Army Chief General Naravane is also discussing the security situation with the top army commanders.
Yes, Richa, this is a two-day-long Army Commander Conference. This is rather the second phase of the Army Commanders Conference that is right now underway in New Delhi, where the Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Naravane is being briefed by the Army Commanders about the situation. We have been told that the Army Chief and all the Army Commanders, they will be reviewing the operational situation on both the northern and western fronts. So clearly a big move wherein during the standoff, at a time when there is a standoff between People Liberation Army of China and the Indian Army on the line of actual control, the Army Chief is being briefed by all the Army Commanders in New Delhi, where the Army Chief is reviewing the security situation prevailing not only along the line of actual control but also on the line of control and the international border between India and Pakistan. So clearly a big move because, you know, at a time when there is a standoff between People Liberation Army of China and the Indian Army on the line of actual control, we cannot afford to lower our guard on the line of control with Pakistan or the international border with Pakistan. So in order to ensure that all the fronts, they remain safe, the Indian Army is keeping a vigil on all the fronts, not taking any chance, because, you know, Pakistan is always looking for an opportunity to up its ante on the line of control, where it wants to push in the terrorists into the Indian side, taking the advantage of the current situation on the line of actual control. So in order to ensure that there is peace, there is no cross-border terrorism and there is no aggression from the Chinese side, and even if anything of this sort happens, how well prepared we are, how better we are in a position to ensure that if there is an eventuality on the line of control, on the line of actual control, how better prepared we are to deal with any such eventuality. So right now, the two-day-long Army Commander Conference, which is the second phase of the Army Commander Conference, is underway in New Delhi, and all the Army Commanders, they are briefing the Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Naravane. They are telling him, showing him about the operational preparedness of our forces on ground, be it on the western front or the northern front. So at a time when there is a confrontation, at a time when there is a standoff between the Chinese army and the Indian army, Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Naravane is being briefed by all the army commanders in New Delhi. Yes, Richa.
In fact, Tejinder, it is important to note, and as you rightly pointed out, that the India-China Corps commander level talks have also begun, are currently underway in Moldo to diffuse the tension at the LAC. And now there is a conference, the Army General level conference, that is also in this second phase. How important is it, and the backdrop of what is happening on both the LAC and LOC, in a way trying to prep and give that kind of a commanding level the Army Chief himself discussing the security situation with the top army commanders in Delhi sends out a message that both the sides and both the fronts have to be prepared.
See, Richa, at a time when we are at a standoff, we are facing the Chinese army at the line of actual control, various rules of engagements have been changed. The government of India, which had signed various agreements with the Chinese side, had told the soldiers not to carry firearms, not to use firearms during any confrontation with the Chinese army. But ever since this incident in Galwan Valley, in which 20 of our brave hearts, they were martyred, rule of engagement between both the sides have changed, and the Indian army has been given a free hand. So now, post that situation is being reviewed by the Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Naravane, wherein the senior commanders of the army are briefing him. Yes, Richa.
All right, thank you so much, Tejinder, for getting us that update. We'll keep coming back to you for more.